So today I'm going to do an oil change on my scooter. I'm going to use 10W40 oil because the person I bought the scooter from recommended that. And then basically I've got some tools inside I'm about to bring out. I've got a funnel, socket wrench, a thing to drain the oil into, although I may need a smaller container temporarily to drain it into and then pour it into there. But I'm using some advice from a YouTube video. I'll try to link it below, and let's see what happens. This is my first time doing this. So I've got my funnel, and I've got a regular wrench because my socket wrenches apparently don't go large enough. And yeah, so I guess here we go. Try to get under here into this bolt. This one has a spring and and just for the record, I rode it a little bit to get the oil a little bit warmed up. And then actually I'm gonna get gloves for this part. Now that I've got gloves, let's try this again. Yeah, that feels like it's loosening, okay. Interesting. Okay, now I've got it loose. I'm gonna use my hand to get it the rest of the way and just try my best to get the oil to land in this bowl. There it goes. And that's why I wore the gloves right there. Okay, and here we go with bowl number 2. That's the reason I had bowl number 2. Okay, I'm gonna let the filter kind of drain off on the side over here as well. One bowl of oil, dirty oil getting poured out. There we go. Got the oil drained. It's still dripping a little bit, but it's mostly done. Then over here, then I got the filter, and I'm gonna check for just whatever I need to clean off the filter and let it air dry and stuff. I'm opting to use the carburetor cleaner to clean out the filter. All right, now that the oil is drained and I've got the filter cleaned and everything, I went ahead and put this bolt back on, but now I'm having to tighten it. They said not too tight. So hopefully that's tight enough. I'm not overdoing it. There we go. Now it's just time to put the oil basically in there. Got our little dipstick out. So now I've got the funnel in there and I've got my oil here. They recommend measuring it out because you don't want to overfill. I'm just going to go slowly and try to use the measurement on the side of the bottle, and then use the dipstick to get the last little part to be accurate. Okay. Here's the oil. All right. So that's all I'm going to put in until it drains a little bit. And I pour a little bit more. Okay, let that drain and pour once more, and then I'm going to see how much oil is left in the bottle. Okay, so we do not want to overfill it. Haven't really poured that much in so far. Here we go again. Let it drain in, pour a little bit more. Let it drain in. I'm just gonna keep repeating this. I'm gonna set the phone down so I can do the math really a little more accurately. So that's down to where it looks like there's 400 left in the bottle, which means I've put in almost the right amount, maybe a little bit less, because that would need to be just a little bit lower to be right. So I'm gonna assume that I'm basically close and stop putting oil in there until I check it with the dipstick. All right. And unfortunately, mine maybe doesn't take the same amount as everybody else's. It is overfill. I made the mistake of assuming that the scooter took 750 milliliters of oil, and it turns out it takes a little bit less. So don't trust the side of the oil container either. Just go ahead and measure it out using a measuring cup, because even with my calculations of thinking I slightly underdid it, I overdid it and had to drain some extra oil out and then clean up where it all kind of oozed out here. So that would be my thing. The other thing is having a bigger container to have the oil leak into, just so you don't get some on the ground like I did a little bit, rather than using 2 small bowls. Just go ahead and buy a container if you don't have one. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. And that is my first oil change.